Hello, welcome to our Blender tutorial. Actually, the basics. So for this tutorial, we'll be going through some of the core fundamentals of Blender, and we'll try to do some basics about the Blender interface. We'll try to navigate through the interface and also try to learn some essential tools. Yeah, and after which we are going to do a like an example, like a modeling example where we'll be modeling a house for this particular tutorial. So but first, we're going to learn some basics about blenders. So as you can see, this is the interface of the blender. This is the scene. We have this here, which is the camera, and this is the light. For now, we won't be using this. Let's remove it. In order for us to remove this, just press X on the keyboard and you delete. Do for the same for the light, press X and delete. So this is the interface of Blender. This is the default interface. Sorry, this is the default interface. As you can see, the default interface, there is an object that always comes with the interface, which is the cube. So you can orbit around the object on the scene by clicking at the middle mouse of this like this. You can orbit around by clicking and moving the mouse all around the place. Yeah, and you can also do it side by side. Yes, by holding shift and also dragging. You like this, you hold shift and drag, so you can move side by side on your scene. So yes, and then if you somehow, let's say you lost the Blender viewport, you can click on the objects and also which is this, you can click on the objects, then go to view. Let's say we mistakenly delete this one, or no, sorry, let's say we mistakenly can't see the objects. Yeah, let's say we mistakenly can't see the objects. So in order for us to find it, you can click on the objects on this viewports panel, then go to view, then select home, or select all. Sorry, yes, all, the same as home. So basically your object will come back to its place and you will try to adjust the size and everything. So now you can see from the interface, we have this panel, which is the tool panel. By the left, you can see from the tool panel, we have the selection box, we have the cursor, we have the move tool, we have the rotate tool, we have the scale and the transform. So for now, we'll be dealing with these 4 or 5 tools. So let's click on the first one, which is the third one, which is the move tool. The move tool is actually helps you to move the objects from one place to another. As you can see, you can move it on both all axes, on the X axis, on the Y axis, and also on the Z axis. So basically the move tool is responsible for moving your objects freely. So we move to the next tool, which is the rotate tool. Basically the rotate tool helps you to rotate your objects in all angles. As you can see, you can rotate to the X axis like this, then you can also rotate to the Y axis like this. Yeah, and you can also rotate to the Z axis like this. Yeah, then moving to the next tool, which is the scale tool. Basically the scale tool also does the same action like the rotate tool, just that the scale tool resize the object from one point to another. As you can see, it scales from the Y axis like this, scaling down and scaling up, and it also scales from the X axis like this, up and down, and from the Z axis also like this. Yeah. And lastly, the transform tool. Basically the transform tool is the combination of what the grab tool, the which is the move, the rotate, and also the scale. It basically does all these actions at once. Yeah, you can move, you can scale, sorry, you can also rotate like this. Yeah, so basically that is what the transform tool does. Yeah. Yeah, moving to the next point that I would like us to learn is um, the mode section. We know in Blender we have we have we have 6 types of mode. We have the object mode, the edit mode, the sculpt mode, the vertex, weight, and texture. So in this tutorial, or for this particular tutorial, we will be dealing with the 2 main types, which are the object mode and also the edit mode. Yeah, so we'll be switching back and forth on these 2 types, the object and the edit. Well, in order for you not to be clicking this, you can hit the tab to switch from object to edit. Nice. So we are on the edit mode, right? So the edit mode, we have 3 selection mode that we will be using mostly. We have the first one, which is the vertex selection mode. We have the second one, which is the edge selection mode. We have the last one, which is the face selection mode. Yeah, so let's see how these modes operate. Like for the this one, which is the vertex, basically the vertex helps you to select points and helps you to manipulate them the way you want. As you can see, you can click a point, then move to the move tool, then you can move freely like this. You can move freely like this. You can click another point and move in a way that pleases you. Yeah, so basically this is what the vertex selection mode does. So Control Z. Then let's move to the next selection, which is the edge. Yes, the edge, basically it helps you to manipulate the edges of the object. As you can see, you can either move in all axes to the X like this, to the Y like this, and to the Z like this. So basically it helps you to move the edges, just the edges, in the perfect way, or in the way you want it to be like. Yes, so you Control Z. Then let's move to the last one, which is the face selection mode. This one we'll be using it mostly. So yes, you will select a face, then by you selecting the face, you manipulate like this. Select another face and manipulate like this. So basically this is what the face selection mode does. Yeah, so as you can see, after switching to the edit mode, you have seen some few difference from the interface. As you can see, they have added some few tools. For now, we'll be dealing with these 4 tools. The first one, which is the extrude tool. The second one, which is the insert phases. The third one, the bevel, or the bevel. The fourth one, which is the loop cut. Yeah, for now we'll be dealing with these 4 tools. So let's see how these tools operate. So let's click on the extrude tool. As you can see, from the extrude tool help you to add a new geometry from the object, from the cube. As you can see, you are going to add a new geometry. You can do it like this, sorry. You can click on top and extrude at the top like this. As you can see, we have added a new geometry. You can do it on the side and extrude like this, and you can do it this way and extrude like this. So basically this is how the extrude tool work. And then moving to the next one, which is the insert face. Basically the insert face tool help you to add a sub face on top of the geometry that you have just added like this. It helps you to add a face like this, a surface like this. Then you can move on to the extrude tool, so extrude, and see how it works. So basically this is what this insert, basically it helps you to insert the geometry inside for you to have maybe a sub geometry of what you want to build. Yeah. So basically it's like a building. So the next one, which is this the bevel. The bevel actually helps you to round off this tool, this object, I mean, like this. It helps you to round up like this. It helps you to give it that round shape like this. So basically this is what the bevel tool does. Yeah. And the last one, which is the loop cut. The loop cut basically makes or add more geometry and also more detail to the work like this. After adding, you can adjust the size, something like this, like adding more detail. So something like this. So this is basically what the loop cut does. Yeah, there is more to this, but this is what I can achieve for now. So yes, as you can see, we have just created this structure. like a building like structure by using some of these tools like the extrude tool, the insets, the bevel, and the loop cut, and also making use of these selection modes. So moving on to the last part of this tutorial, let's switch to the object mode by hitting the tab button, and let's delete these objects by hitting the X and delete. So now we have left with just our interface without no object. So the final part of this tutorial is how to add objects into our Blender interface. So in order for us to achieve that, you can move up here on the this objects panel. We have four sections. We have the view, we have the select, we have the add, we have the objects. But for now, we are going to use this one, which is the add. Then from add, move to the mesh. The mesh is where you can find different types of objects. But for now, let's start with the plane objects. As you can see, this is the plane object. The plane object is something like a ground floor, yeah, where you can start to create environments or whatsoever. Yeah, so this is the plane object. So let's add another one. Let's go for cube. As you can see, this is the cube. Let's try to adjust the position of the cube so that we can see all the objects. Let's position it at this point. Yeah. Let's position it at this point. So moving on, let's add another object, which is the UV sphere. Let's add the UV sphere. This is the UV sphere. So let's put it right across this part, as you can see. So this is the UV sphere. Let's add another object, apply the same steps. Let's choose the icosphere. So this is the icosphere. So basically these are objects that we will be using further or in our next tutorial. We'll be using some of these objects to create our perfect project. It can be anything. So let's add one more, apply the same steps, and let's add a cylinder. So this is the cylinder. So let's place it here. So this is the cylinder. And lastly, let's add our cone. Yeah, so basically this is the last section or the last parts I want you guys to know about how to add objects into your Blender interface. So yes, so basically guys, this is how you should add objects into your Blender interface. As you can see, we have just added these objects into our interface. Yeah, so without wasting much time, I would like to end this tutorial. So basically we've just learned about some basics Blender concepts, how we can navigate through the interface by creating and also manipulating 3D objects. Yeah, so thank you very much guys. By the way, if you would like to level up in creating and also manipulating 3D objects in Blender, please guys, don't forget to show some love guys by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.